Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have the repeat right now of the Harry Potter drama, and if you guys don't know, people have been going all over the place when it comes to this back and forth debate when it comes to the Harry Potter game. Now, there's some folks that are saying they just want to go play the game and enjoy it. There's some folks saying that if you go play the game or enjoy the game or buy the game, you're basically just an awful person. And well, of course, at least in my opinion, when it comes to the internet, it's always kind of somewhat lying in between the middle. So we've been now seeing content creators who are now getting canceled just for playing the game. We're seeing some actually other big content creators and even YouTubers themselves out there literally crying because of just basically how people are kind of going to their channels and talking and calling them awful people. And as of right now, it's just kind of a really big internet back and forth. So I'm going to talk about this, talk about my thoughts on all this and everything else in between. As well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below if you guys want to follow. If you guys want to go and try to, hit me up on Twitter, feel free to. We also have the Target Amazon links too, and let's dive into the video. So as you guys may or may not know, Harry Potter has been one of the probably most controversial video games that's coming out this year. We had a lot of the reviews that came out as of today, and it did seem like a lot of these reviewers were giving the game itself, from the main story, the side missions, the customization, graphics, optimization, everything else, a overall pretty decent score. We're seeing a lot of 8s, at least above, a lot of 9s as well. We've seen some lower forms too, but in terms of pure video game itself, it is a pretty well-made game with good content, good flow, and it kind of seems like the devs put their heart into it. But the big controversy, as I'm sure you guys know, is on the series maker and owner of J.K. Rowling, who has gone on record and has kind of said a lot of very just bad public statements, just rude comments, whatever you guys want to go call it. And obviously it kind of affects a lot of people that are trans and people who are kind of just not fully into that hyper feminism, I guess. I think it's TERF or whatever the proper word for it. So yeah, people are going off on some folks. So if you guys want to hear my take, please don't cancel me. I'm just whatever. I'm one of those folks. I probably want to play the game. I think the game looks pretty cool, whatever. I don't think J.K. Rowling's the queen of all goddesses or whatever. I think some of her stuff she said a little bit, not the best. I don't, if you're trans, you play games, I don't mind. I think you're welcome to play games all you want. But I'm one of those people. I'll probably rent the game. Won't give them any money. I'll hopefully enjoy the game too. I'll probably check it out on my Twitch stream. And in my mind, I've kind of been in the mindset of if you play a game like this, it doesn't necessarily make you a bad person. It's kind of like we've been seeing the kind of big counter argument of Activision, where if you go and support any Call of Duty or Activision game or whatever it may be, that doesn't make you hate women or support all these really awful things that have happened in the game industry. And it's kind of the same thing, at least in my take on it, when it comes to Harry Potter. If you play Harry Potter, it doesn't necessarily mean you hate anyone who's trans or anything like that. Now, that's just my take on it. If you guys disagree, totally get it, totally respect it. Just try to keep the comment section down below nice. But just for me, and support of my homies, I know a few folks up that are trans and all that. I'll probably just go and if I stream it, maybe just put that money towards some charity, do some good at the end of the day, because why not? Nothing wrong with that. And of course, probably rent the game, but I'm still gonna probably check out the game itself. So I don't know. You guys give me your thoughts. If I'm gonna get canceled on that, feel free to. But at the end of the day, some folks actually are. So with my take on this one, hopefully most people are I get it, I get it, scrubbing. But we are now seeing folks out here that are literally making these different types of websites. And this one's been getting a lot of attention already. It has 2 million views on Twitter, or it's introducing HaveTheyStreamThatWizardGame.com. Find out if anyone you follow on Twitch has streamed that new game. So thankfully for me, I haven't. I'm not on the list so far. We're good. I will probably still play it though in the next few days. But basically, you would have a chance to either log in with your Twitch account or check out this streamer thing right here. And then with that, it basically goes and shows if they were a part of this. Now, this has been a very big controversial take. And I'm kind of happy with this too, because I'm one of those folks where I don't necessarily think me playing a game means, that I hate trans people or anything like that. I really don't think so. I think if anyone is trans, bro, that's sick. That's cool. I want you to play games. I want you to have a happy life. You're chill with me. It's awesome. As long as you're a good person, you're vibing. But obviously a lot of folks are maybe taking this to an extreme. Now, this also, I'm going to use this as an example too as well, where there's been a real, this is on number 1 on live stream fails on Reddit, where we have girlfriend reviews, who you guys may or may not be familiar with on Twitch and YouTube and all that, where basically the chat was so awful towards their comments for playing the new Hogwarts game on their stream, where literally the girl in girlfriend reviews, one of the main characters of their show, literally had to end and leave the stream, and they started crying at the end of the day. Now, once again, if you guys don't want to play the Hogwarts game for whatever reason, that's totally valid, totally cool. If you guys are one of those folks who are gonna go check out the game, I think that's mine. You're total valid, go for it. Like, whatever. As long as you're being cool about it, or you respect someone else's opinion on what they do or don't do, bro, you're cool with me. I get both sides. I understand it. But I feel like we're kind of seeing like this big, weird cancelization of people that are more so doing like targeted harassment. Now, once again, if you're someone out there and you don't like this for whatever reason, bro, that's your right. Go for it. Tweet about it, YouTube about it, whatever. But a lot of these content creators that have been making content on it so far are getting like hardcore harassed. Like, let me go and show this video clip for you guys over here.
It's like whatever. I'm almost like thinking of just like either going offline or like I'm barely into the second combat here, and every time I look at chat, it's just the conversation is just like
maybe we can do like
bothering me.
Be right back, like a little break or something.
You can take a break if you want. I'll just stop talking and I'll just go fight and do the combat. Y'all done did it now.
And for some of these other, like, there's a few other clips that kind of came out from the channel itself where she literally was, like, crying up in the background as this is ongoing. And it's kind of turned this really weird, almost like cancel fest back and forth. Like I said, I mean, if someone doesn't want to play, they don't like what J.K. Rowling, I mean, I think she's had some pretty bad takes myself. Whatever, you know, I think it's like, just be nice. If you're gaming all in the world, you know, be cool, be nice, be vibey at the end of the day. And, well, I always had the mindset. I think everyone should be able to go play games, and gaming should be inclusive. If you're disabled, if you're trans, guy, girl, whatever, bro, play games, have a good time. But we're now kind of seeing this next level, where it's just like these people are like specifically finding content creators or people, whoever it might be, and they're now trying to find like their Twitch channels and go into these channels and like harass them and try to make them stop playing the game and like insulting them or basically calling them like, you know, like sexist or whatever it may be. Or as well, we're kind of seeing this in, like, you guys are seeing this topic, like some streamers are quite literally crying because they're just trying to play a game. And like there's other things out there too when it comes to jobs, when it comes to content, when it comes to Twitch, YouTube reviews, or anything in between. And as well, it's just kind of an all-around crazy drama. Now, like I said, I don't want my opinion to be anything good. Like, mine's like not the defining one. I see both sides. I get why someone would be upset. I see why someone just wants to play the game and have that big separation. The one thing I don't like is these people on both sides going on like the extreme on either or. Like, you have the people that are like, bro, I'm gonna go buy 50 versions of these games. Bro, that's a bad take. You have other people over here that are literally like, I'm gonna go cancel literally anyone who even considers buying and playing this game or streaming it. I think that's also a bad take. Like, we're having the middle ground of like these two extremes, and there's like probably reasons why, like, you know, political or side or whatever. But it's just when the point where it's like, that's where the world gets weird. And I've seen like some pretty decent normal takes like kind of popping up a lot more, where it's, bro, if you play the game, you're like, you're not sexist. You know, if you don't play the game and you don't want people to play it, that's cool too. You have your right to go do it. And it's kind of my thing. You know, it's kind of like that weird fence sitter where we're in the middle, where it's like, just do whatever you want to do. Just don't harass folks. If you want to stand up and make it right with your buttons, with yourself, or whatever it might be, and use your confidence and influence for it, go for it. But, like, we shouldn't be having, like, content creators and streamers literally getting, like, harassed to the point where they're crying. We shouldn't see people out here that are calling people's jobs and trying to get them fired just for them literally going and playing a Harry Potter game. But on the reverse side, too, we shouldn't be seeing people out there being like, bro, I'm going to go buy 50 copies of this. Like, it's weird. It's just weird takes. And now, this is always the internet. Like, I think a lot of people on my YouTube, a lot of people on my Twitch stream, and everything in between, you guys are normal people. I think a lot of you guys have normal takes. I've seen my comments. I've seen my Twitch comments. I've seen my Twitter comments. I think you guys are normal, and you guys can kind of have like this kind of, I guess, normal dialogue when it comes to this debate. And that's why it's weird, because you go on Twitter and everyone just wants to get canceled. And like, I can understand that. Like, if you're trans and you have this one person over here who has just made comments you don't stand for, you don't like, you don't want to be involved with their content. 1000% get that. 1,000,000,000%. And it's just like, it's weird because it's just the extremes, man. There's just big extremes on all the time. That's just how it is on Reddit. That's how it is on YouTube. That's how it is on Twitch. That's how it is on everything. If you get those people started, yeah, it's like an endless battle just going back and forth for, you know, rightfully reasons, I would say, depending on what it is. Some people just want the freedom to play a game and just enjoy themselves for an hour. Some people want the world to go and accept them as people. It's like I can see it either way, you know, but I just kind of feel like it's weird because they kind of pick, like, when it comes to gaming as a whole, it's just all over the place, you know. Like I said, there's other things like Activision. There's so much like random internal drama, and like, if you even just think about capitalism as a whole, yeah, we're going down that route in this YouTube video. You go and see this, and you can tell that there's always some sort of really awful facet tied to like literally buying shoes or buying a shirt or whatever it may be. So I don't know, I'm kind of rambling on this one. If I get canceled, my bad. I just think that if you don't want to go and play the game, you want to go and and protest it. You're against it. I think that's your right. I think that's cool. I think I support that. Go for it. I think gaming should be for everyone. But I also want to say, if you want to play the game, and I think I will honestly probably play the game, at least in my honest opinion, and I'm going to try to do it right. I mean, like I said, I'm going to rent it. You know, I'm just going to play it in my own spare time, do it on my Twitch, whatever. If I do something, I'll do it for charity, whatever. But at the same time, if someone is going to play the game, or they're excited for the game, or they have their own personal story with Harry Potter, or whatever it may be, or maybe they're friends with the devs, or whatever it might be, I don't think they should be getting death threats. I don't think they should be getting harassed or losing their jobs or having to go cry as a Twitch streamer, because at the end of the day, there should be like a difference. And I don't think playing a Harry Potter game really makes you a racist or really makes you a sexist or anything in between. So a little bit of a controversial video. I'm gonna let me go and say that. I understand that one too. I also fence-sitted a little bit too as well. I'm kind of right smack dab in the middle. I get both sides, but I kind of want to hear your points and comments down below. Just make sure you guys are chill and nice in the comment section. I think my YouTube community is usually pretty good. And I kind of want to know, because people are getting canceled and people are upset, and there's just back and forth. It's been trending literally all day. So there's clearly a lot of attention going on, and I think a lot of folks are definitely split and just kind of go either way. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below. We have the Target Amazon links too. And please don't cancel me. I swear I try my best to be a good person. Don't cancel me.